Hey, everybody, welcome to WCAX. This is our live dance streaming show, kicking off every day around 9:15. So it's not the morning show, despite Alyssa and I are being here right
This
now.
combo.
But a little bit of fun coming up this weekend. And Alyssa knows firsthand, especially. Dancing with the Burlington Stars and our very own Alyssa Borden is competing.
Yeah.
And this is kind of an interesting one because you're on the other side of the mic. On this story.
I guess I've been deemed a Burlington star, which is hilarious to me, but makes total sense. This weekend's Dancing with the Burlington Stars, Saturday night, 7 p.m. at the Flynn. And so basically how it works is Burlington Stars. So, Kat Villanzoni's done it. Darren Perrin has done it.
Darren Perrin isn't he hosting, emceeing?
He's actually emceeing this year, yeah. They've both done it. Basically, you get paired up with a dance instructor who hopefully knows a lot more about dance than you, and then you work together to come up with a dance routine. Then we all perform on Saturday night, and the judges pick the winner.
Yeah.
There's also the fan favorite award, which is for the team that raises the most money. So I'm team 3. If you have $5 burning a hole in your pocket, feel free to donate to our team because we're trying to make our threshold.
Yeah.
So, but we had a WCAX crew out yesterday. Our photographer Vic and our reporter Kendall came to see my final rehearsal before the show.
So that's kind of where I'm asking it because it's funny because usually I go through the reporters and I ask them about this, but we know each other.
We know each other.
So what's the deal? How was it being on the other side?
It was a lot easier actually than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, you don't realize how much like talking and yapping for a living does for you until you are put in that situation. I was pretty easy, although I will admit I was like a little bit nervous.
Yeah, and as far as you and I, we do this job, but with performing on stage and things like that, what's going through your head? And they're 2 days out.
I actually am really excited.
Yeah.
I did a lot of theater in high school and as a child. I will say I quit dance. So I used to do dance. I did dance when I was like 6, but I quit because I didn't like wearing tights.
Okay.
They just are unpleasant.
I used to hate tucking in my shirt to my baseball pants.
Yeah.
So I know the feeling.
Similar vein, yeah. But I did a lot of theater as a kid, and of course you and I get in front of the camera and talk to a bajillion, that's a rough estimate, people every day.
A bajillion people in Vermont, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's really not a huge deal. I'm mostly just super duper excited, to be honest with you. I think we have a really, really fun routine. My mommy's coming. She's bringing her friends. I know the morning crew is coming.
Yes.
We got friends in the audience. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. Please, a lot of our crews come in. Please come and see her. I know it's going to be a great time, and it also is also for a great cause too.
Yes, absolutely. So all proceeds. This is a fundraiser for the Vermont Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. They're doing a lot of great work. This is their biggest fundraiser that they do every year. It's the 4th year they've done it. And so basically the Vermont Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired, also known as VABV, they work to improve the lives of blind and visually impaired Vermonters just by helping them really be more self-sufficient. They really help people live more independently, improve the quality of lives however they can. And it's a really cool facility. Actually, they have a library with Braille and big textbooks.
That's great.
And so I've been there before, and they kind of showed us all of the really neat technology that they have. And that they're able to implement in more people's lives by raising funds at events like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think VABI also the same one for the Eclipse. For the they had like an audio element to the for a close viewing as well. So that's really cool. But yeah, please come out and see Alyssa, and you can see her do I'm assuming a triple axel quadruple flip.
Oh yeah.
And you guys are gonna spin around and you're gonna be thrown through fire.
I actually come out of a cannon.
Indoor pyrotechnics. It's a whole production. I don't know. Anyway, it's gonna be great. And one more thing too is I know you're paired up with the dance teacher. How has that been as far as just obviously they're the pro and then you're coming in. I know for me, I would be like, you gotta show me. You gotta put me on where I plant my feet, and I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm not rhythmically inclined, that's for sure.
Yeah.
My dance instructor, her name's Kimberly Volcari. She's actually very cool. We're like roughly the same age, so we have a really great time together. We're just a couple of girls hanging out, trying to dance. We've likened it to like when you're a teenager and you have a sleepover and you like create a little dance routine that you do for your parents. It's kind of something like that. So we just picked a lot of songs that we both thought would be, 1, really fun for the crowd to listen to, 2, really fun for us to dance to. And then she's been very gentle with me because obviously I don't know how to dance very well. She was very patient. We kind of reworked things. And once I had like the basic foundation, we kind of upped the level a little bit. So it's not quite so elementary. But she's been really awesome.
Okay, and I know you can't say anything about your routine. I know that's very much under
I've
wraps.
been sworn to secrecy.
Even I, who she sees every day at the early hours of the day, still don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Can you give us any kind of anything?
So the one thing that I will say is that it's wedding themed. So think like wedding bangers, like songs that songs that people get
like
really excited.
And
yeah, like songs you'd be really excited to hear at a wedding. I've also heard they're very similar to songs you'd be excited to hear at a bar mitzvah. Maybe if that's like a little bit more relevant for some people. But that's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay.
It's a very fun routine. If you have listened to music ever, you probably know these songs. Very high energy, super fun.
I like that. I'm very excited. It's gonna be a fun day. Between that and the Whoopie Pie Festival, we'll be out there. A couple of us from WCAX will be out there, so it's gonna be a really, really fun day.
Yeah, I'm busy. You're
Hopefully
a busy guy on Saturday.
We can come out. But we'll show you the story real quick of Alyssa on the interviewee end, and we'll show you. Also, Kendall Clark did this story.
Yeah,
we would be remiss without saying that as well. So.
Yes. All right.
I'm very excited. I popped open Facebook and saw the Vermont Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired said there's like 3 days until showtime, and I was like, ah!
Since June, Channel 3's weekday morning co-anchor Alyssa Borden has been tapping her toes for a good cause. Borden is one of 7 local celebrities competing and dancing with the Burlington Stars, a celebration of local talent benefiting the Vermont Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. For 17 weeks, Borden has worked with dance instructor Kimberly Volcari to create what will hopefully be the winning performance.
I was really fortunate, actually, that Alyssa came in and had this really strong idea, and we were able to kind of make this list of songs that we both felt really good about.
The routine is centered around music you commonly hear at wedding receptions, but the choreography has gone through a number of iterations.
I feel like everything has changed a little bit from the beginning. Because it's a mix, we've kind of gone section by section, and I think every section has had little tweaks here and there.
Borden hasn't danced since she was little, so it took a little bit of time to find the rhythm. She and Volcari practice together weekly. The rigorous routine is worth it, she says, for the good cause.
I'm grateful for the support that our viewers have given us. I know a lot of them have made donations, which has been really, really awesome. You know, there's, especially with the floods, there's so much that people could be donating to, and so it's really nice that people have found $5-10 just to kind of throw to this cause.
All proceeds will go toward helping blind and visually impaired Vermonters become more independent, aiming to improve their quality of life. Burlington Stars will showcase their talent at the Flynn this Saturday at 7 p.m. In Burlington, Kendall Clare, Channel 3 News.
Hey, it's me, Alyssa. Please donate to enter the Burlington Stars. That was not Alyssa. But long story short, it's going to be a lot of fun this weekend. And be sure to head out to the Flynn. So that being said, Peter, before we head out to there this weekend, as far as during the day and all that kind of stuff, what can people expect here?
Quiet.
That's kind of the name. It's kind of the name of the game. I feel like this whole week, I've been a little like kind of lost for words. You know, it's kind of, you know what I mean? It's not hot, it's not cold. It's kind of.
You're telling me. I mean, I'm going into each day wondering how I'm going to fill 3 minutes.
Oh, the burden you bear.
There's not a whole lot to talk about weather-wise, but when that's the case, that's usually some pretty good news. You know, just kind of a few clouds out there this morning, especially across the northern portions of the area. That's thanks to a system generally off to our north across Canada, across the Canadian border. But you can see maybe that bringing a few spotty rain showers here and there, especially across New York's North Country, right along that Canadian border in particular too. And again, a few spotty rain showers here and there can't be ruled out through the first half of the day today, but really, most of us are going to be primarily dry, and most of us will talk a good amount of sunshine. For now, here in Burlington, you can see a good amount of cloud cover, though, as we kick things off right now. 61 degrees in the Queen City, winds out of the south between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Pressure sitting at 30.24 inches and rising. 50s and 60s on the board right now as you get ready to step out the door, and here's how the rest of the day shapes up. Again, a few passages passing rain showers out there possible this morning. I think for the most part, as we head into the afternoon, most of us will be talking a good amount of sunshine. I think probably a few more clouds mixing in than compared to what we saw here yesterday. Into the evening hours, basically more of the same. Into your day on Friday, still looking A-okay, pretty good. Plenty of sunshine to start off the day tomorrow. There is the outside chance of maybe a few isolated rain showers here and there for the day tomorrow, but again, most of us should stay dry. Most of us should be talking a good amount of sunshine. The one hiccup, if you want to call it that, is a little bit of smoke in the upper levels of the atmosphere. You can see here as we head towards this afternoon, a little bit of smoke beginning to build in across the region. Those yellows and oranges on the higher end of that concentration. We're going to keep that going into your day tomorrow as well. The good news about this smoke, high enough in the atmosphere where we're not concerned about air quality concerns, but nonetheless might make the sky a bit milky, a bit hazy here as we head through the course of the day today. Dew points still in the 40s and 50s out there, so very dry, comfortable air in place. And these are going to gradually begin to creep back up into the 60s here as we head into your day tomorrow and into the upcoming weekend. Dew points in the 60s, really not all that humid by any means, but just becoming a bit more noticeable, probably feeling a bit more summer-like too as we head into the weekend, and we're going to start to warm things up. Speaking of warming things up, we are actually a bit warmer than yesterday today. Most of us will talk temperatures in the mid to upper 70s and lower 80s out there this afternoon. Again, probably a few more clouds the further north you are, otherwise a good amount of sunshine overhead. Tonight, overnight lows, they fall back into the 50s and 60s. Again, mainly clear skies overhead. Again, most of us a bit warmer. And again, a little bit of patchy dense fog starting to develop here as we head into tomorrow morning. Through the rest of your day on Friday, good amount of sunshine. Temperatures here for today back into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Now look at that 7-day forecast again. This is what I mentioned, John. It's really pretty quiet here over the next 7 days. Talking sunshine right through the weekend. Sunshine for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Temperatures here over the next 7 really not going all that far. We'll talk temperatures upper 70s and low to mid 80s here each and every day. So, not a whole lot to talk about.
Not really. I will say, I know like fall foliage is top people's minds.
Yep.
And, we've had some viewers and I think like other like pool stations reach out and they say, oh, you have any fall foliage stories?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this video is from either last year.
Yeah.
But it is getting there. I will say it is getting there. I was on my bike yesterday and some of the trees, a lot of those like HOA communities. I don't know what it's called. You know what I mean? Like all the trees are together. They have maples out front. And they're all starting to turn red.
Especially like those smaller trees that aren't quite fully grown yet. Yeah. You notice it. It's really starting to notice some color out there.
The one thing I will say, I grew up in Massachusetts, so I know I know a little bit of foliage.
Okay.
And the one thing about this time of year is a lot of raking involved. The fall foliage is nice and great and all, but then someone's got to clean it up, Peter. And that was always me.
I remember that feeling growing up in Connecticut as well, but now I rented an apartment building, so that is not my job.
Look out the window. This is great. Anyway, hopefully that too much yard work ahead and you can enjoy the nice weather outside.
Yeah, really just looking A-okay here.
And
for the next 7.
You get to it. You go out and do your yard work, and then head out to the Flynn or the Rutland Movie Wine Festival.
Yep, we got a lot going on this weekend.
Self-promotion today.
Yeah.
But anyway, come out and see us this weekend. It'll be a lot of fun. But Peter, I think that does it for us here. Of course, you can see Peter and I again on Channel 3 News at noon. Of course, all of our eating shows as well, and all of our stories on WCAX.com. But I think that that does it for us here. Okay, guys, get back and on with the rest of your day. So, have a good one.